Sagittarius, what's up? Ooh, we're about to find out. You have the Five of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Nine of Swords that came out. Okay. Going for the gusto is what I'm hearing. Going for the gusto. Just want to let you know, bottom of the deck right now is the Justice card, which was in the same position for Aries. So if you have Aries placements dealing with an Aries, definitely go check that video out. And or just because there was that Ashwini energy, you can be feeling some of that residual energy that Aries has, and it might be hitting a certain placement for you. For those that aren't familiar, Ashwini is a transit that occurs, which is favorable for Aries and other zodiac signs, but I forget, and I said that in Aries video. But it's when you just feel the impulse to act and you want to see immediate results. But if you don't have anything to show for it, it's going to be kind of hard to move on that energy here. You have the Five of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Fool that came out in your spread here. So going for the gusto, but I'm not, it's in vain, it seems. But a lot of you guys, you're at a place where it's like law of averages, man. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna try this, and if it doesn't work, then hey, maybe it wasn't meant. And then you're gonna turn your back to it and go and try something else. You know, it's not being afraid to try new things, new experiences, new sensations, new food. You know, so it's you just developing that like nonchalance. But I want to caution that you guys aren't doing that when it comes to matters of the heart. Okay, say that you got burned in a certain relationship. It ended in a nasty argument and caused like irreconcilable differences. Only saying that because we have the Justice card. We have a lot of swords energy really that's here. Got into a really big argument with this person, found out that they were living maybe a double life here, you know, just got news about it. And so at this point, it's like there is no going back, but there is also that reservation and apprehension with wanting to move forward, because it's like if I've been done so dirty by somebody that I truly loved, I felt close to, felt like we were friends, you know, that we had that type of relationship where you could be honest and openly communicate your thoughts, even though I may not always like it. But I thought that we had established that type of security. So if somebody that I entrusted and I let my guard down for could do me this bad, then what's to keep the next person from doing the same? So a lot of you guys are feeling that burn and or that anger, that pain, which is ultimately sadness with this Three of Cups energy. Cups is all about feeling an emotion, you know, feeling empty, feeling lonely. You're having to work through that right now, which can be tough because you guys are the socialites out of like the fire signs. It's very easy for Sagittarians to go into a place and just leave out of it having met and made friends with everybody there, right? Like Sagittarians have never met a stranger. That's really what I'm getting at. So you guys are very extroverted. It's very easy for you to flirt and to just converse. And so being that you are in this tough spot or have recently come out of this tough spot, now it's like a complete shutdown. It's like it's a 180 from your natural energy. Okay? So at this time, yeah, isolation may be required, but don't do it to the point that you start to detach from the world completely. Like for those that may be on your spiritual journey, this is new to you. It's like now that you have come upon all of these facts and all of these things that you perceive to be the truth right now for your level of understanding, You're wanting to dissociate. You're wanting to find other ways to escape because you've been living a lie. However, you're not yet equipped with the tools to be able to create a reality that would make you want to remain grounded here. So it's like, I don't want to say you're suicidal, but some of you that are being super sheltered and are closed off and acting that way can come off as like, oh, I don't have anything to live for. So this full energy, it's really telling you that redirection is going to be the saving grace for you. Right? Just redirecting that energy, turning your pain into power, figuring out how you can do that, the best way to do that, the best platform for you to be able to express these frustrations in order to be able to find that sense of community again, where you are being your relatable self, and so that you don't feel like you're crazy for going through what you know a lot of other people actually have to go through in life, be it voluntary or not. Bottom of the deck, you have the Justice card, the King of Wands, the Five of Swords, Temperance, Page of Wands, Two of Cups. So love is out there. Soulmate energy is out there. Being able to have a deep connection with someone is out there, but it's just how badly you want it, how much work you are mentally and emotionally ready to do and work through, right? The trauma that you're ready to work through, your ego also, because you guys are ruled by Jupiter, essentially, things tend to fall in your lap a lot. That can be career, it can be love, it can be just with meeting people that allow you to have an experience you wouldn't otherwise have access to. You know, like you have ultimate access, Sagittarius, when you or your Jupiter is positively placed. And so when things don't work your way, you can tend to have a temper tantrum, you know? You tend to fall into that Aryan energy where you're super impulsive and you act before thinking, and then you've done too much damage for there to be any repair. And so the bridge is burned, which would then require for you to, you know, do a demolishing of sorts and having to rebuild from scratch, which, just depending on what area of your life you are doing that in, can make it can take longer for you to actually see any fruit. How was I really trying to say that? I get in my head so much with how I want to articulate things that I'll like trip myself up in the mind, and then it comes out all like mumbo jumbo. But you can self-sabotage, right? So when your ego is affected, you will have these temper tantrums and do all of these other things that just aren't necessary. So just work on breathing techniques, you know? Just work on having patience. Just work on that superiority complex that you might be feeling at times when you might be conversing with other people. Say you are on a spiritual journey, and in these conversations you quickly recognize that nobody's on the same level as you. Like you can't hypothesize the way that you want to, you know? There isn't that banter, there's the lack of mental stimulation that you need to feel fulfilled, right? To feel excited, to have like that vitality for life, you know? You can then tend to feel like everybody around you is like stupid. But I mean, before you knew what you knew, you were in a similar space. And so you understand, just depending on how old you are right now going through the spiritual awakening, that everybody works at their own pace. And so it's understanding also that everybody has their own baggage to go through. Some is heavier than others. And so it's like, do you have the wherewithal to truly mentor somebody through the darkest times that they are living through, that they're experiencing, you know? Can you still be gentle with people when they prove to be deserving of everything but that of you, you know? Can you be forgiving? Can you develop that? I feel like there are definitely some things that you guys need to work on starting this week, and it's something that you know that you need to work on here. There's something that might be eating you alive or another person alive in terms of a certain relationship. Wrongfully convicted of something, or just misjudged, misunderstood. If you've thrown somebody under the bus, told white lies, but that ultimately were like a defamation of character, and or they did that to you, this justice card is here to say that you or they will be victorious. If an apology is required, there's space and opportunity for it, but again, it just depends on how receptive you or that person is. There's somebody in your life, though, that really believes in you, that believes that you are truly talented, that you are a star, you know, that you shine very bright, but just due to certain circumstances, you can't see that right now, okay? It's like you're living in a fog, you're living in a dream, you're living in this like alternate reality of hypothetical situations, scenarios that aren't real. If it comes to like body, it's like body dysmorphia disorder, something like that, where you don't see yourself the way that others see you. Some of you guys, you're just waiting. It's like a when it rains, it pours type of situation for some of you Sagittarians that I'm picking up on. And so you're just waiting for the storm to pass. Like, you know, you're not going through all of these hardships for nothing, that internally, you know, like on a soul level, you know that everything falls apart before the breakthrough. And so if you've just been getting rejection after rejection after rejection, you've just been falling on hard times. Some of you might be homeless, and or just approaching that. It's like, you know that there's something great on the horizon. There has to be. But again, it's just hard to remain optimistic and waiting for that day to come, that moment to come, for the storm to pass. Because some of you guys, you've been weathering it for like months now, years now. There's a new chapter though on the horizon for a lot of you guys. Some of you guys will be moving soon. With this air energy, can be, I'm thinking transportation, like on a plane, like you're getting ready to move overseas, or just to a climate that's like warmer. That would better suit you. Some of you guys, you might have like depression, and so you need to move to a place where there's just definitely more sunlight, vitamin D, changing up scenery, and or if you can't move, just figuring out ways that you can implement that more into your life. So taking more vacations, getting light, like doing phototherapy, that type of thing to help. But yeah, somebody just thinks that you are the bee's knees, you are the apple of somebody's eye. They can't wait to reconnect with you. I feel like if you've been spending time apart with this person, that absence has definitely made the heart grow fonder. I don't know if you've decided to date other people I mean, the Three of Cups is here, so some of you guys may have been dating other people in this like gray space that you found yourself in with whatever break you may have taken from this person. But it's like nobody can compete. Nobody's been able to make you feel the way that this person you're reconnecting with has been able to make you feel. There's just a different level of passion that you feel with this person. You know, they get you more than majority of the people that you've been spending your time around, right? Because 9 of Swords energy, 4 of Swords energy gives me very much misunderstood. But this person like gets you, like you don't even have to speak and they already know like what's on your heart. That type of relationship. So definitely coming in as far as like people that you could be interacting with, definitely getting fire sign energy. So Aries, can be dealing with an Aries, can be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Again, going with the gusto, wanting to get things off of the ground, feeling very motivated to do more things, like to get some of these ideas out of your head because you just keep ruminating about them and it's not doing anything but creating mental exhaustion for you, where you feel like you have to take more breaks and lay down a lot more often, rest a lot more, sleep a lot more, and again, just wanting to escape because you can't produce these things fast enough. So some of you guys is with that Ashwini energy again, and wanting to take initiative and like, again, feel new experiences. You're going to just start letting some of these ideas out, and or giving them to other people that you know also have the capability to make your dreams come to life, right? You don't always have to be front and center. You don't always have to take full credit. Again, if you have worked on your ego and your pride, you know, and wanting to always be number one, wanting to be a conqueror, you know, if you've worked through those types of things, then you understand like 2 heads are better than 1. Joining forces will always help move things along a lot faster, right? When you're with the right people that can help, that understand your vision. And for some of you guys, that's what you're waiting on. You're waiting to be blessed with people that can see your vision and want to work with you and help you to, again, make your dreams come to life. It's just a matter of time here. Again, just stay positive. Just stay positive and don't do anything that's going to cause self-sabotage and cause you to have to wait even longer for these ideas to be realized here. Some of you guys are really about to realize your dreams very, very soon. Or the ball starts rolling and it's enough for you to remain focused until everything comes to a head, right? Until you reach that climax. But that's what's coming through, Sag. So if this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up, share it with other Sages you know, share it with your friends and family, subscribe if you like the vibe, turn the post notification on so you're made aware as soon as I upload. But yeah, if I don't hear from you, then just please take care of yourself and soul until you see me again. But definitely as these things happen, you may have to put this video down and come back to it for another time. But as these things happen, definitely hit me up in the comment section below. I love reading the testimonials, and it's good for other people to read so that they know, okay, like I'm not crazy. This spiritual reality that I am now existing in, these things that I'm learning, these new terms and definitions, like I have a community that I can go to, and I don't feel like I'm so alone, right? In order for you guys to feel like you're not the smartest in the room, you do have to branch out, right? So develop that bravery and that courage, again, so that you don't have to feel like you're always the ringleader and you have to do everything on your own, or that it's only good if you do it, if you know you always have your hand in the mix. But yeah, comment in the comment section below. But if I don't hear from you, take care of yourself and your soul until you see me again, okay? Ciao.